I am more than upset that I have to do a part 2 for this mess, but let me move out the way again. Never Been Kissed. Once again, I'm giving this movie a 4 out of 10. Me and Megan, we are pissed off. Pissed off. Like, I'm using words. I use words in the first review that I don't typically use in my Hallmark reviews, but y'all need to be cussed out. Somebody out there effed up and then got my boy Tyler Hines like involved in it. And I'm telling you this. My boyfriend, Andrew Walker, is up next week, and y'all better not play with him. Y'all literally better not play with him. First of all, I'm surprised that you guys are showing your heavy hitters so early, like Ryan Privy, Tyler Hines, and now Andrew Walker. Last year, they were all pretty close to either the weekend before Thanksgiving week. Tyler Hines had 2 movies that Thanksgiving Saturday, one on Miracles of Christmas, one on Countdown to Christmas. And because he had 3 wise men and then he had time for him to come home. And both of them, he knocked it out the park. So maybe somebody felt like he was shining too much last year. So we're going to put him and give him this cow dunk and tell him to make it work. And he wasn't able to make it work. I'm a huge Tyler Hines fan, but I'm just going to say altogether that the script was crappy. The acting was crappy. From the mothers to the friendships to the romance. Everybody needed some serious therapy and it just wasn't working. I'm going to say again, class reunions around Christmas time, it's just a bad idea. It doesn't really give the Christmas spirit and it's just some bullshit. Hallmark is what it is. And I'm sorry for anybody watching this review where, you don't like the words like shit and ass. Let me just be real. I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, and I grew up in northern New Jersey. Stuff like shit and ass is just like, those are some easy words, okay? Baby, there's harder words I could throw at this review, and I'm just not going to. If you notice, my mood yesterday when I was doing flipping for Christmas is a lot different than Never Been Kissed. Never Been Kissed is very upsetting. It's very upsetting. I don't like to see 2 friends compete over a guy. I actually have never been in that situation. And watching the high school dynamics play out, I was actually really happy that I went to an all-girls private school. Because we had our brother's school, so you may have had some tiffs over guys here and there. But along with our brother's schools, there were other brothers' schools. So you had your main brother's school, but then one of your sister schools may have another brother's school. So there was always guys to go around. And, given that dynamics, there's really nobody standing out like Miss Popular or Mr. Popular. I really don't remember it. I just don't remember needing all this therapy from high school. So thank God for all girls private schools, because I had a boyfriend that was literally in a all boys school, but in the Bronx, baby, because I love them New Yorkers. And there were little tips here and there about guys. Yeah, because, girls are catty, guys are catty. It is what it is. Or I should say guys are doggy, right? But nothing like this. And for these 2 to be best friends and not be honest with each other. Liz should have been honest about getting into Stanford 17 years ago. She claims that she didn't go to Stanford because that's just when Naomi's dad died and she felt like Naomi needed her. These are all such codependent relationships. None of these relationships were healthy. Now, Megan said that she didn't think that Naomi and Chris should have ended up together because they wanted different things. Here's what I got from that movie. Naomi didn't know what the hell she wanted. She was following Liz around because she literally had no sense of direction. She really wanted to open up a bakery and then have a flower shop. But here she was, co-founder of Best Pals. And she just felt like she's a sidekick. But to be honest, Naomi was a sidekick because she made herself a sidekick. You can either make yourself the leading lady in your own life, or you can make yourself secondary. You can make yourself the best friend. And Naomi chose not to be the leading lady in her own life. And in a way, Liz chose to be the leading lady, but then she gave up some things for this relationship like Stanford that she shouldn't. Anyway, as Liz is getting closer to the other cool kids from high school, she starts to plan this ball at the end on Christmas Eve, jingle ball that, all the kids are coming to. Turns out Naomi and Liz never went to a single high school dance because Naomi always wanted to go, but Liz never wanted to go. So they never went to a single dance, not even prom. I mean, this is just effing ridiculous. I love to go deeper into the premise of this movie, but then I would be sitting here wasting more of my GD time. Hallmark, I'm going to read y'all for filth on this. This was not a good movie. This was disappointing, horrible writing, horrible acting, from the mother and daughter relationships to the romance. I don't know. Anyway, Liz and Naomi decide that they do need a change. They're going to actually sell Best Pals, and they're each going to take their proceeds and do things that they want to do with their lives while trying to remain close. Naomi also realized she does really like Chris, and even though she caught him eating fish when he said he was vegan and eating her fish off her plate during their date, after she got up, she saw him sneaking some fish. There's nothing wrong with being a pescatarian. What was this movie trying to say about it? I just don't understand. I understand the representation, but this reminded me of the people that say that they don't eat pork, but if you shut off the lights, they gonna eat some pork. They prefer some pork bacon over some turkey bacon, okay? I grew up with some people like that. I would never turn my back on pork because pork built my body growing up, okay? I loved me some pork, and I still love me some crispy ass bacon. But that's neither here nor there. The whole thing was trash. And I'm gonna be honest, this is literally the worst thing I've watched this Christmas season. The 4 out of 10 that I'm giving is so kind because I like Tyler Hines, but it's just a mess. The acting, the storyline. I went and read some of the Hallmarky comments that I could. A lot of people turned it off. A lot of people were very upset that the women that are supposed to be best friends and they're acting so immature, like they were in high school or junior high. And I have to agree. Sometimes I forget that the average Hallmark viewer is probably somewhere in their mid-50s. I think I had read that. I don't know if that's true now, but I know about 2 or 3 years ago I had read that. So when I first saw the comments before watching the movie, I was like, maybe these are just older people and they just don't understand, youthfulness in this way. But no, these two women were definitely immature. The storyline, I mean, it was just so bad. It was literally so bad. Like I could have been boiling some wigs, okay, preserving some synthetic wigs. Y'all see today I'm giving y'all Farrah Fawcett hair, right? You know why, Hallmark? Because if you remember Farrah Fawcett in the original Charlie's Angels, she didn't play. And I didn't come to play. So I gave you Farrah Fawcett hair. See how it's going to the side? I really tried to do some of them curls going. Okay. 4 out of 10. I think you can skip this. I think you should skip it. In the words of Megan, she is hoping that tonight's movie, which I think it's called the Santa Summit, she is really hoping that, and it's with Hunter, what's her name, and her movies can be miss or hit. Professional Bridesmaid this year with Chandler Macy was a hit. But that Hidden Gems crap she did last summer 2022, was a mess. It was one of the very few scenic movies that I don't ever want to see again because the writing was that slow and bad. So Megan is hoping that the Santa Summit is literally going to make her forget the crap. That was her exact words. Y'all got Megan saying crap. That forget the crap that she watched last night would never. Well, we both watched it early this morning, but you still effed up our mornings, okay? Skip this. This has nothing to do with Christmas. It really isn't. It's not showing anything about friendship. We love movies about friendship. This did not show a healthy friendship. I feel like all the relationships were just not resolved. From the mother and daughter relationships to the friendship relationships to the romantic stuff. Everything was just left up in air. And please, dear God, do not give us a sequel to this mess. Let's just put this in the junk box and let's not have it out again. I am pissed to all pistivity, and y'all better not play with my boyfriend, okay? Andrew Walker is my boyfriend, and next week is his movie. I think it's called Christmas Island. I also love the lead in that movie, so I'm having hope that it's going to be better than Under the Christmas Sky, and definitely better than Never Been Christ. Never Been Christ had me begging for flipping for Christmas, honey. I would watch that 100 times over than have to sit through this movie again. All right, did y'all watch Never Been Christ? What did y'all think about it? Let me know. Skip it if you haven't watched it, because this movie could put us all in therapy. All right, I'm KJM, and I'm out. Hallmark, get your shit together.